was it? Faith. Spooky horror game. Spooky horror game. Because the first one came out like 6 years ago, right? Or like 3 years ago? Also, I do want to say, I personally think the second channel's got a little bit better now. Do we agree? I'm trying to do less reaction content and more like actual commentary stuff. What are we thinking? Come on. I'm waiting for you all to say yes. No. 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 Well, anyway, I think it's got better. I think it's got way better. I think it's got way better. You know what I hate so much about this outfit? There's buttons here, right? But there's no holes built into the outfit. There's nothing. So you've just got Velcro here, Velcro down here. So I'm literally gonna have this bit of exposed skin for like the whole stream. I'm trying to like cover it up. Wendigoon, thank you for the 10. Is that a kink outfit? It's off Amazon and it was 15 quid, so yeah, probably. I wouldn't even be surprised. I wouldn't even be surprised. My family found out that I was dressing up as a priest before stream, and they messaged me saying,
Roblox, kinda like Deep Woken, but more skill-centric and way more toxic as Park is necessary for progression.
I think any Roblox game is toxic at this point. Yeah, my parents messaged me when they found out I was going to stream as a priest, and they said, you better not mock Jesus on stream. I was gonna do a whole bit where I do like an Irish accent the whole stream, but I don't know about that one. Today we're going to perform an exorcism. Top of the morning to you laddies, I'm Jacksepticeye. Today I'm going to do an exorcism. Thank you, Insta-Kickin' for joining. Wayne for joining. Oh no, Joke Gifted. Thank you, Joke. Fuck off. You better not be playing Faith. I was about to do that. Unlucky. Yeah, I'm playing Faith. He's playing the same video game as me! No! It can't happen. PewDiePie did it. Simpsons did it. Yeah. Well, let's be real, Wendigoon. You don't come out with your fucking 4-hour analysis of the game and get like 7 billion views on it, so I won't worry about it. I'm still trying to get fucking Crawley Squad out at the minute. Like, Jesus, that game. I got a Word doc at the minute. And I think it's like 50,000 words. I'm not even halfway done. You know what, Wendigoon? When you told me, you didn't tell me. I think you said it on a podcast or something that like you just literally. I think you said it on Twitter or something that you literally do a video in one take. That is a superpower, and I'm so jealous that you have that. That's why it takes me like 5 to 6 months to get a video out on me. Just trying to like even think of what to say. The fact that you can like one take it is an actual superpower. I'm so jealous. Thank you, Larry, for joining. My YouTube chat has crashed. YouTube, the most stable platform out there. Okay. Thank you. Hey, it's me, Augusta, for the 10 gifted. Holy! Thank you. Right, my YouTube completely crashed. And I've got like razor burn around my lip where I shaved. It's the problem when you shave daily. Okay, it's just loaded up now. Thank you so much for the 10 gifted, man. Appreciate it. Hey, it's me, Augusta. Right. I think what I'm going to do first is I had one thing I wanted to react to.
Since Craziest Woman Eats Sand. Unfortunately, you got me obsessed with Utopia, and I have ruined my awesome social life with mercilessly bullying friends and family to watch the UK version, even buying them all the Blu-rays.
As you should.
Pyroline made a social media site called stop.vring.me. You should try it out. It's like Twitter but better. Have you seen Goblin?
You've made a social media site called Okay, yeah, I didn't need to. Thank you. It's for my lack of social life. He's become a scholar. He's become a... What's that meme? It's like where you don't lose your virginity by like 40, you just become a wizard. You become like a telepath.
At the end of the stream, rip the robes of Plaza 0W0.
Rip the robes off. You didn't give enough money for that. Unlucky. Okay, we got enough morons in here. I wanted to show you guys something that I had a little bit of a giggle at. I'm just trying to find it now. For OBS over here. I've had so many people ask me, by the way, what this character is up here, the little fat head. It's from Cruelty Squad. I saw someone on the subreddit post about it today. What am I looking at? You know when you just kind of dead-eye your computer, you don't even know what you're doing? Oh, I know I'm doing, yeah. Boom. Okay, so I want to show you guys something, right, that I thought was kind of funny. Belch. Hang on, I gotta adjust my camera for this. Okay, so I did see something that I found quite funny. So, if we go on to this, and nothing came up. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Why isn't it coming up? There we go. Okay. So let me get into this. Let me get into this. I got to explain a little bit about. This is before the spooky. Doing a little bit of backstory here. Who gifted? Was it a gifter again? I think it was. Thank you, Hates Me, again for the 10. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so very much. I will go through donos in a second, but there's this. So okay. You know how so many companies keep rebranding their logos, and they will pay millions upon millions of dollars to constantly change their logos for like basically no reason. They'll make a logo that actually looked good and it came out in like the early 2000s, and then afterwards they'll pay like $5 million to get it redone, and it is just complete absolute trash, right? So hang on, let's have a look at some examples. Am I dyslexic today? I've had like 5 coffees, to be fair. What's some good examples? I know Jay Schlatt did a video on it. I mean, here's a good example. So look at this. You've got MasterCard here, progressively just losing more and more of its design until it becomes so simplistic you can't differentiate it from just a circle. So you got MasterCard there. That was the best one, I think, in '96. Then in 2016, it's just 2 circles. Great. And then Google got more simplistic, and then Burger King is just somehow even. Basically, I think a good example is the Firefox logo. This is a good example. Look at this. So it was a fox around the Earth, another fox, a fox around a blue circle, fox around a bluish purple circle, and then it just melted into the circle. So they've completely ruined it. They've actually ruined it. They Burger King footletched it. So logos are getting worse, but I found this document that someone posted back in 2008 on Reddit, and this is apparently a leak of the original conception for a Pepsi logo design change. So you guys know Pepsi, right? It's like the biggest competitor to Coca-Cola, you know. But this design is 28 pages, and it is the worst thing I have seen in my life. I thought this was. I read through this. I thought it was parody. So again, this is like a work in progress. Apparently, this is from the Arnell group, which is like a design consultation group or something. Thank you. Message for joining and Spannerall Z. And I'm gonna have some water in my 2-gallon jug. Okay. So let's have a look. A. Breaking the code for innovation, from convention to innovation. Breathtaking, trajectory of innovation. How do we move from convention to innovation? So apparently, their entire concept was moving from something conventional, something safe, and then innovating, building on it. By investing in our history and brand ethos, we can create a new trajectory forward. So they've got convention, innovation, and then they've got DNA. Why do they have DNA in there? Why is how do you say again? Deoxyribonucleic acid. How do you say DNA? DNA in full. How do you say DNA? Deoxyribonucleic acid. That's it. Deoxyribonucleic acid. Okay. I don't know why they have DNA in there. The investment in our DNA leads to breakthrough innovation and allows us to move out of the traditional linear system and into the future. So it's already too confusing. You've got convention and innovation. I get that. And then you've got DNA. And from the Pepsi logo comes the future from the DNA. What does this mean, bro? What does this mean? This is a Pepsi logo. Continued investment provides us with a clear resource for reinvention. Oh, what? Convention innovation, and now you've got another Pepsi. What does it mean? It doesn't mean anything. This is why I'm convinced you have these executive boomers that are so out of touch. They'll pay some CalArts kid millions just to come up with complete bullshit like this, and they will buy it. Okay, it gets better. No, chat. It gets better. It's not funny yet. It gets better. The origins of creative endeavors, universal design principles, and PepsiCo's brand heritage. Breathtaking. Again, my breath is stolen. Brand heritage and aesthetics of simplicity. The Pepsi's ethos has evolved over time. The vocabulary of truth and simplicity is a reoccurring phenomena in the brand's history. It communicates the brand in a timeless manner with an expression of clarity. Pepsi Breathtaking builds on this knowledge. True innovation always begins by investigating the historic path. Going back to the roots moves the brand forward as it changes the trajectory of the future. That means nothing, bro. That is words on a screen. That's words. It's like a tweet longer. That means absolutely nothing. I've just consumed that entire paragraph and I do not understand what's being said. So that was from 1910 in the glass boodle, the little circular logo. That was in the 1970s in the can. But what comes next after the can? Breathtaking is a strategy based on the evolution of 5,000 years of shared ideas in design philosophy, creating an authentic constitution of design. This chart documents the origin and evolution of intellectual property. What is this? I don't even know what's going on. What? Yo, what? Why am I saying yin and yang and Mona Lisa? Yo, what? What is this? The Mobius strip. Parantheon. Natural golden spiral. They are 3000 BC. Hindu tradition of numerical harmony as a spatial organizer. 600 BC. Musica mundana. 300 BC. Golden ratio. What is the golden ratio? Is it the circle meme? Oh, it's that funny circle meme that everyone thinks looks really good. Yeah, that one. Okay. The golden ratio. And then they use Feng Shui, Peruvian principle, the art of building, the Renaissance, La geometry, literally La geometry. And then, you know what I love? They're comparing all these huge discoveries and like art, right? And then 2009, Pepsi. Pepsi introduces Breathtaking. I just like how you have the Mona Lisa on the same level as Pepsi. I like that. It's just circles, man. It's just a circle with a funny line through it. Sean, thank you for joining. Will I play Cuphead again? Probably at some point. Derived from PepsiCo's rich packaging legacy and inspired by some of the earliest forms and proportions, Breathtaking revitalizes the essence of PepsiCo in creating an iconic shape for the brand. You got a jug, dispenser, various shapes of glass bottles, plastic bottle. Retain the best of PepsiCo's history and shape the next PepsiCo bottle into an icon for the brand. Tracing the DNA of Pepsi, the Pepsi DNA finds its origin in the dynamic perimeter oscillations. This new identity manifests itself in authentic geometry and to become proprietary in the Pepsi culture. My guy woke up and he was like, okay, this needs another circle. This needs another circle. Thank you for pointing out to me he draws circles in the Pepsi Cola logo. Thank you, I appreciate it. What does it mean? What is it you're drawing circles on the logo? I don't know what this means. You are taking my breath away. What dog shit this is. You are definitely taking my breath away. Tracing the PepsiCo DNA 1905. Don't do it again. Don't do circles. Yep, they did it again. What perimeter oscillations? I just think they made it and it looked good, bro. I don't think it comes down to a circle. I don't. Actual buzzword heaven. Yep, you're gonna do it again. Yep, it's just what are you doing? I don't. Looks like a clown on the side. Color logo 1920. What they're gonna do? They're gonna add another circle. Wow, that's amazing. That is so cool. What does any of this mean? What are they trying to actually teach you here? That there are circles in the logo? They were high. Yeah, I think they had something else in the Pepsi. All I'm saying, I think they had something else in the Pepsi. So, okay, you can't fuck this up. Okay, I thought, okay, there's only 4 circles in that one. I don't really see how that's a circle, but more kind of a wave, if anything, but okay. You can really tell that he was just coping at this point. The graphic designer was just coping. Like a Pepsi ARG. Okay, what are you going to do with this one? Okay, 4 again. Yep. 1991 logo. There is 1 circle. What? There is 1 circle. And you turned it to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How did you make more circles from this logo than this one? That is... Oh my god. Okay, so 1988. This is a logo I actually remember because I'm a boomer. I'm old. Yep, there you go. Do it again. Yep, great. Towards innovation, projecting Pepsi's future, applying universal laws to establish a blueprint for the brand. Thank you, Lee, for joining. Breathtaking creation of identity, precedence. Artists and architects. I'm saying architects, you're talking about fucking soft drink logo. Have proportioned their work to approximate the golden ratio, especially in the form of the golden rectangle. That's not a thing. What is the golden rectangle? The golden rectangle. I don't get it. I genuinely don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Maths, my brain fell off. Especially in the form of the golden rectangle, in which the ratio of the longer side to the shorter is the golden ratio. They believe this proportion to be universally and aesthetically pleasing. The golden ratio plays an essential role in humans' perception of beauty. What? And height and width of the Parthenon is proportioned to yield a golden rectangle. We're comparing like a Greek or Roman building to Pepsi. Leonardo da Vinci studied the proportion of the human face and applied his findings to the Mona Lisa painting. Book format and page. Book format and page layout are based on the golden proportion. I've never seen more coke in my life. The diameter of the Nautilus shell increases proportionally with the golden ration. There's no way. This has to be bait. The guy who posted this on Reddit, he made this himself. This has to be bait. Reading this the second time, this has to be bait. Breathtaking. Creation of identity, a blueprint for proportions. It's words on a screen. No, it actually is words on a screen. Words on a screen is when it just makes absolutely no sense. What even... Actually true, though. Okay, bro, we know you made the document. Get the fuck out the chat. We know you made it. You definitely made this Reddit document. The golden ratio, it starts with a square. The Pepsi ratio, it starts with a... They're like trademarking their own thing now. The golden ratio is now the Pepsi circle. It's basically the same thing. The golden Pepsi. What? How does it get more confusing? The Pepsi brand is created by intersecting circles, but they set proportion to each other. This guy woke up. He opened paint. Okay? He woke up. Hang on. He woke up. He opened paint. And he just thought, he woke up, he opened paint, he just thought to himself, okay, so we got this golden ratio, right? Okay, so we're just gonna, we'll just do this. Hang on, I'll get the fucking circle tool. Where's the circle tool? There it is. So this is the golden ratio here, right? The golden ratio. And then if we intersect it with a bilinear ratio down here, and then quantimise that with a subliminal ratio, and then if we get a possible hemorrhagic ratio down here, and then also if we were to cross-reference the A point, we're to cross-reference the A point with the B point as well, and then intersect B with C down to T, and then if we were to connect them together, and then if we were to just mark these two down here, I'm going to call this one, okay, this should be something memorable. Okay, 5cm equals 2 squared 5. Fuck off. And then if we just do, just to get the people's attention, we'll do a red arrow. Okay, fine. Now, there you go. Pepsi logo. Pepsi logo is done. That is perfection. I see nothing wrong with this design change. Honestly, I think this is a bit. It doesn't even look that different from the shit on the right. It doesn't even look that different. It doesn't even look that much worse. Companies been like, I pay $5 million for funny circles. Alright, what else we got? Creation of identity, scales, and dynamic relationships. The golden ratio establishes a proportion of one part relative to another. Playing by these rules produces the aestheticism that is universally accepted to be balance and harmony. The Pepsi aesthetic respects these rules. The brand identity can be derived from two circles. It's just circles and squares. It's just, yeah, they just yoinked the golden ratio. That actually is like the golden ratio. Is my light just going on and off? What the fuck? Is there a ghost in this house? Anyway. That's a penis. That's straight up phallic. You can't tell me that isn't. Sorry, I had to check my balls. Anyway. Creation of identity, dynamic forces, the Earth's geodynamo. You're joking. You are There's no way you're comparing the globe and the Earth's core to the Pepsi logo. A naturally occurring electric generator in fluid motion generates and sustains the Earth's magnetic field. The Pepsi globe. I feel like I've accidentally stumbled on like an article for like an Illuminati meeting or something. There is no way this is like not ironic. Magnetic fields. The Pepsi energy fields! Symmetrical energy fields are imbalanced. The Pepsi energy fields. Magnetic fields that exert force in inner and outer surfaces. Oh my fucking god. Magnetic fields are impacted by sun radiation and wind motion. Emotive forces shape the gestalt of the brand identity. It's opening the Pepsi! Don't open the Pepsi or go flat! How is this real? What is this? Complete mental illness. Zemo, complete mental illness. Multiple points of view, one object. What the fuck? Multiple emotions. He's laughing, he's kind of happy. Now he's... Okay, that's kind of intimidating. That's very... That picture's kind of intimidating. I don't like that one. He's kind of looking down the ground. He's got a little smirk going on. Now he's just goofy. A little smirk. He's kind of goofy again. Now he's just smiling. He's content. He's kind of tired. Ah, he fell asleep. Is that one he fell asleep? Okay. Creation of identity. The face of a new generation. Whatever they were smoking when they made this, I want some. When they made this to get... You know, this is like the meme where it's like you've got a uni paper to hand in and you've got 20 minutes and you have not started even revising. They must have been laughing their asses off when they handed this to Pepsi. They must have just thought, I cannot believe they bought this shit. I cannot believe it. Creation of identity, a multi-dimensionalized brand. You're not going to make the Pepsi logo 3D. The brand identity is dimensionalized through motion. Okay, so you made it 3D. You made it 3D. You printed the logo on a can. Why do you need, like, the globe in 3D to even... We do know what 2D and 3D is. I think everyone in 2009 knew what that was. The color theory. Subjective emotion. Breathtaking color palette. Blue. Blue. Yellow. Grey. Grey. Cool. Cool, fresh. Energetic, balanced. This is actually, like, the most pretentious thing I've ever seen in my life. I've genuinely never seen a more pretentious paper, and the fact that they would have paid millions for this as well. It's like when you buy an iPhone, right, and it's like the color black, and they won't just say it's black, they'll just say it's like charcoal soul or something like that. You know, they just add like 17 adjectives and verbs on the end of it. Breathtaking. Gravitational pull. They're actually going to start talking about gravitational pull right now. Okay. Okay. I need to update the... Yeah, there we go. I just updated the pin message. The Pepsi proposition. Establishment of a gravitational pull to shift from a transactional experience to an invitational expression. Typical light... You're joking. You're actually joking. They're comparing the light path of the sun to the earth to how someone in a shopping aisle walks. Light path of gravitational pull of Pepsi. Okay, no, this is bait. Nah. This bit, this singular, this bit is bait. That's not, there's no way this is real. There is no way that they are comparing the gravitational pull of light path to the gravitational pull of Pepsi. It has to be bait. This has to be bait. Can we get some, like, scholar to fact check this? There's no... The gravitational pull of Pepsi. Relative space and time, Pepsi proposition. It's like, you know, you go into like a Walmart or like a Tesco, right? You just see a Pepsi on the aisle, and you're just like, it's like a magnet. It's like a magnet, and you're just like a bit of little copper on the floor. You're just attracted to it straight away. What? Pepsi aisle, 60 degrees, 30 degrees, 10 degrees. What? What? The Pepsi universe. The universe expands exponentially. 1 light year equals 671 million miles per hour. The Pepsi orbits dimensionalize exponentially. Honestly, I thought Pepsi Man was like the peak of the Pepsi lore, but this is just something different, bro. This is something very, very different. Very, very different. 2 light year. Pepsi Galaxy. Pepsi Universe. No. This is actual Pepsi lore. I feel like we've stumbled onto Pepsi lore. Pepsi stock is falling. Do you ever look? Are they even openly traded? No, they're up! They're up because I'm talking about them! No! They're literally up because I'm talking about them. They bought into Pepsi Universe. Holy shit, they are up. Wow, Pepsi Universe actually taken off. God damn. God damn! But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just thought that was funny. I had to talk about that because it was just like, it's just so ridiculous. It is one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen in my entire life. Yeah. Alright, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play Faith. I'm going to play a horror game. I don't like horror games. I really don't like horror. Oh, wait. I'll go through donos, actually. I know we've got a lot of donos building up. Hang on.
There's a YouTuber that has made a Faith VTuber and it's really good for the release. You should check him out. He's a really good animator.
Okay.
Pyro, you should play the games Mothered and Decostasis. Both incredible horror games. Love the Vatican drip.
Thank you.
When are you becoming a real priest to make your mom proud?
I've even got a little crucifix here as well.
Enjoy the $15. You're my favorite leafy clone. Thanks for the laughs over the years. Can you call my mate Philip a nerd?
Philip, you're a nerd.
The Firefox one is a misconception. The final logo is the new General Mozilla logo. The Firefox logo is still the one before with the purple globe and the fox.
Oh, okay.
Father, I must confess something.
What must you confess?
I beat them with the taser on all playthroughs. Also put your dick away, Pyro. I'm not having sex with you right now. Raised eyebrow. Lover video BTW car sex was my fav. Smiley face. When's car sex 2? Eyes?
Fuck me in the ass because I love Jesses.
I made a switch from PC to PS5 because a deal I made with my dad, so he stopped smoking, and I must say I miss having games to play.
The PS5 has no games. It has nothing. Got 2 remakes, and that's it.
Where is my crystal maze and or Takeshi Castle video pyro going to stab the king if a DOSNT happen? Spent $200 on you.
Good lucky. Thank you, Sad Mike. I might do a Takeshi Castle video.
Victoria 3. How do you feel with Ethan Klein being banned from Twitter while you have a platform here on YouTube long?
What does me being on YouTube have to do with
Hey Byron, considering you have become a reaction channel, when are we going to react to the Chris Chan documentary? It's 68 episodes ready to be reacted to.
I don't even think I'm mentally ready for that, bro. That is going to be such, like, that's going to take shit out of me. And then Wendigoon said this will be undoubtedly blasphemous. Should we get the lights off? Should we get the lights off? Make it spooky? I'm going to do that. Hang on. Make it spooky. I have returned! I have returned!